The producers that work with my the producers that work with my
Nine Vicious mentioned him and was like, yo, your music is you know, we all been seeing for the past few months, even though he don't get talked about in the best spotlight, you know, Nine just don't care. For example, right, he just dropped his album recently called Tumblr Music, and it was a track on here called Cloud Demons. And more to the story, there's a point where he talks about his allegations, and he's making it clear like, yo, he don't care, and that this white girl just wanted clout. He also even said that he knew what he did, but he admits he was just horny. That's a bad way to respond to something, but that's not the point of this video, okay? And of course, there's some songs on there that are decent, but overall, as a project, you didn't understand the plot or the thing, you know what I'm saying? Because it didn't match with Tumblr Music. I don't think there was an objective. He kind of just put some songs together, made a simple mixtape, and that was pretty much it. But you know, it was times on there where you could tell that he is dissing somebody, okay? Because he got songs called Mad Rappers, and you know, throughout the whole project, he making it clear like he's YSL, and he's dissing somebody, and that somebody may just be Tana. Because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people think that he was referring to him. But you know, this ain't the first time this happened. Because 2 weeks ago, y'all know I made a video about Nine Vicious dissing Tana on a FaceTime call, randomly. And a lot of y'all were trying to say that he was trolling, but I told y'all, he had a straight face that whole time. And when he told bro, I'm slime for real, and he added the f you talking about at the end.
I wish I could be there again, it's all love.
I'm about to put you on the stream real quick. I'm slime for real.
So you could just tell at that point he wasn't trolling. And of course, I was confused that whole time because I don't know why he dissed Tana. I'm not sure if they had beef in the past, but whatever happened, happened. And I seen that Saint also made it known that he's cool with Tana, but he never answered the question fully because they asked, yo, is Nine cool with Tana? Like, what's going on? But he just said what he said and never answered the question, so we don't know. But ever since I made that video, I've been getting sent some videos and screenshots, and the way it's looking right now, Nine been making it clear that he's dissing everybody. He's also been calling these dudes ops. I don't know if he actually has ops, but he might just be calling out some of y'all favorite rappers because the way it's looking right now, you actually got blogs out there making it known that Tana just responded to this man too. And Tana is not the only rapper involved in this situation. Some way, somehow, Corleo got himself involved in this situation, but we gonna get to that later. I'm gonna just give y'all some context. I want to show y'all a few things where Nine is making it clear that he's dissing his ops or whatever, because he was on live recently, right? After his album had dropped, and I'm guessing there was a producer in his live. I'm not sure exactly who, but throughout the 17-second clip, he repeats over and over the producer that worked with my ops over and over. And then he said he don't care if the producer is on the live. He said what he said. So let's go ahead and watch this video real quick.
The producers that work with my the producers that work with my I'm never whoa. He on my goddamn live on. Stop texting me. That's good.
You know, it was a lot of people trying to figure out who he talking about because honestly, who is beefing with Nine? Who are these ops he's talking about? And who's this producer? But you know, after my supporters sent me this, right, they telling me that this all traces back to Tana because this wouldn't be the first time that he called him out. But I also seen the tweet where people were saying that he was dissing Richie South because he was in a live too, and that Tana is not the only person that he has an issue with. They're saying that he has a problem with Skate Star. I don't know anything about that, but Skate Star also works with Richie South, so there's probably a reason why Nine was dissing Richie South because he associates with Skate. So whatever that is, that might be the problem, but let's get back to this whole Tana and Nine thing, okay? But you know, everything started making sense because today, right, Tana had posted a snippet, but after this, he posted on his story with a message, and I seen that all the blogs are saying that he's dissing back at Nine. Because if you look at these comments first, right, he pinned a comment saying, if not us, then who? Question mark, question mark. Yeah. He then said himself in the comments, don't hurt yourself trying to keep up. And I don't think he dissed Nine in the snippet, but throughout the stories and all that in the comments, he had to be referring to Nine. Because on this story post, he said, hello world, buddy dropping trash. I'm here to save you. Has dressed me as Prince O. And it's also a little weird because my supporter had sent me these screenshots of what Nine was posting in his story before Tana had made that post an hour ago. You know, Nine was on his story talking about some these rap, I'm YSL for real. I'm these rap for real. On the next story, he continues saying the same shit. And after seeing what Tana posted, it's only making me think that something's definitely going on, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm dragging it, then I'm guessing everybody that sent me this and who posted it themselves on Twitter is dragging it too. But you know, things pick up more because somehow, some way, Corleo got in this situation. That was very unexpected. Of course, always been doing his own thing. He still make decent music. He got his own lane. He got his own fan base for sure. But yeah, here's a tweet from addressing the Nine Vicious dissing whatever producer he was talking about. And he said, I'm not gonna put any names out there, but just know the producer that he's dissing, one of the coolest, nicest, out the way dudes ever. Laughing my ass off. He does nothing but put people on game and show love. And he really stamped in his shit lame. So he basically saying that Nine is lame, you know what I'm saying, for what he did, because whoever he's dissing, Corleo clearly knows this guy, alright? So somebody had responded and said, yo, what the f you say something for if you're not gonna state the producer name? But Corleo then responded and said the producer is a close friend of his. And throughout these comments, I'm seeing everybody call out Dom because they feel like, you know, he's hating on Nine. But it might just be the opposite, because what I'm finna show y'all, I don't know how it got here, but you know that man Nine Vicious, he's seen this and he went to the DMs, and Corleo and Nine Vicious, they was going at it through these DMs. So I'm gonna show y'all this real quick because Dom had posted this shit himself. So with the caption, he said, "I inspire you." And I'm guessing this was after the fact that Dom Corleo had made that tweet or whatever. Now Vicious mentioned him and was like, "Yo, your music is ass. Your music is ass." Tons of laughing emojis. "I never openly with you. I inspire you, and your music sucks." Then Dom had replied and said, "Your entire catalog would never touch the numbers off just one of my singular best songs. You're signed for what I made off of 3 to 4 songs, dude. Best of luck to you." Then Nine had responded and said, "I'm not signed." Tons of laughing emojis. "You are, and your music is ass." Then Dom replied and said, "I'm independent." Tons of laughing emojis. Then Nine had replied and said, "Okay then, so what we talking about?" And it don't end right there, because Dom has showed proof of Nine taking inspiration from Dom. Because you can see with the whole Tumblr music thing that he took this idea for somebody else. So it definitely was Dom Corleo, because you can see his cover art right there. And at this point, we got a 3-way beef going on right now. Nine is dissing everybody. He don't care who it is. Dom Corleo joined in out of nowhere. Tana finna drop some music soon. He might just diss Nine. Who knows? You feel me? And it's crazy because as soon as Nine posted that music video to Mad Rappers, in the same hour, Tana had posted his snippet. So that might just mean something. But let's check this out real quick. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this whole scenario going on, because I'm not gonna lie, it might just get worse. If Dom Corleo is joining in, ain't no telling who gonna join in next. But yeah, I'm done chatting. Make sure y'all follow my IG and sub to all my channels, because you know I've been very active on TikTok and 2 of my other channels. So if you want to be tapped in when I'm not uploading on here, I do get very active on here at times. But if you want to be tapped in very heavy, man, sub to all my channels and go follow my IG. All right. But yeah, I love y'all so much. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.